But we're going to start off tonight with those new details on what led up to 3 inmates taking police on a chase on I-40 between To'Hajiilee and Grant in a prisoner transport van. Tonight we have new video and a new version of what went down. State police previously said that 3 inmates took over a McKinley County transport van after the deputy driving the van had a medical emergency. Well, McKinley County Sheriff's Office say that's not quite right. It was their deputy driving the van, but today their undersheriff says only 1 inmate is responsible for taking the van, and he faked a medical emergency to try and escape. Brianna Wilson joins us now, and Brianna, you've been trying to sort out how this could have happened, and we think we have a clearer idea now.
Yeah, that's right, Ryan. So I talked with the McKinley County Undersheriff today. He says there was a lot of confusion and commotion because the chase not only crossed county lines, bringing in multiple law enforcement agencies, but those agencies made an effort to stay off the police radios because they didn't want to tip off the inmates who had a radio inside the stolen van.
Around 2 o'clock on Monday, yesterday, one of our deputies picked up 3 inmates from the Bernalillo County Detention Center for transport back to Gallup, New Mexico.
In the van, MCSO Undersheriff James Mariano says 2 male inmates, including 35-year-old Joshua Hall, were shackled and handcuffed in the back. A 3rd female inmate was shackled in a separate side compartment.
The deputy heard commotion in the back, and one of the inmates stated that he was having a medical episode.
Mariano says it was Hall, claiming he was struggling to breathe and was having a heart attack. So the MCSO deputy reportedly pulled off at the Route 66 pit stop, but not before letting dispatch and his supervisor know what was happening.
The deputy opened the door to check on the prisoner. The prisoner had already slipped his cuffs, so Hall had slipped out of his handcuffs. He attacked the deputy. They went to the ground. There was a short scuffle. Hall retreats and gets into the driver's seat of the van.
Mariano says the deputy continued to fight with Hall, trying to get him out of the van.
Hall manages to get the vehicle into drive and drives off, knocking the deputy to the ground, and in doing so, takes off with the 2 prisoners that are still locked in the rear of the van.
State police reportedly caught up with the van near the To'Hajiilee exit and chased Hall for 30 miles west on I-40.
And around exit 102, Hall abruptly veered the van off the right shoulder and drove through the right-of-way fence through an open field.
Cibola County deputies were reportedly there to help state police pin the van in so Hall could not get away. Mariano says Hall was taken into custody. As for the other 2 inmates,
they were not culprits in this particular incident.
They were also not injured and transported to the McKinley County Detention Center on their original charges.
Now, both the Bernalillo and Cibola County Sheriff's Offices are investigating. This is not the first time Hall has had a run-in with the law. Here's a list of his prior offenses spanning 3 pages, dozens of felony charges over the past 16 years, including multiple for kidnapping, battery on a peace officer, and escape or attempt to escape custody. And he's racked up at least 15 new charges with this latest incident. Ryan, back to you.
Wild story. Glad nobody was hurt. Brianna, thanks.